What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. As many of you guys requested, we recently did a video about top 10 multiplayer games that you can play absolutely free on a low-end system, and this will be the part 2 of this video. So if you haven't watched the previous video, definitely go ahead and check it out as well. And as always guys, all of these games are going to be completely free to play and available to download right now on Steam. And as of system requirements, if you have a CPU with 2 cores and 2 to 4 gigs of RAM and some Intel HD graphics, you won't be having issue when it comes to running these games. So without further ado guys, let's go ahead and check out the games in today's video. Alright guys, starting the video at number 10 position, we got the Hunter Classic. The Hunter Classic is a big open world free to play hunting simulation type of a game where you have to explore this large open world and also hunting down various type of animals. So in this game include total of 45 unique species, and you can also be creative and customize your loadout according to your preference. You have vast range of weapon arsenal to choose from. As the name suggests, it's a pretty classic game and initially released back in 2014, but the game is receiving continuous update up until now and having a very decent concurrent player numbers on Steam. And also you don't have to worry about the system requirements, easily playable even in a low-end system. Alright guys, next up we got Minion Masters. It's a free-to-play multiplayer strategy-based game which is basically a hybrid of a tower defense game and also a card game. It's a real-time strategy game where you can play with up to another player, or you can invite a friend and you can play 2v2. I'm not gonna lie guys, this is actually a pretty addictive game, and also you can collect cards. Each and every one has a very unique set of mechanics involved to it, and you can collect and earn them free just by playing the game. And the game has also included 200 plus unique cards for you to unlock and add to your arsenal. Currently the game is having over 60,000 plus reviews on Steam and most of them are very positive, so definitely worth checking out if you're into these type of real-time strategy-based card games. Alright, next up we got a free-to-play multiplayer first-person shooter called AVA Global, which is something I previously covered in my channel as well. It's a first-person shooter with your typical 5v5 game modes included, somewhat similar to the games like CSGO, but I would say the gunplay is a little bit more arcadey and more closer to the games like Call of Duty. The game also has a class system where you can choose your class according to your playstyle, and if I remember correctly, it's also had a pretty cool zombies mode as well. It is not the most positive game when it comes to reviews on Steam, but definitely a pretty fun first-person shooter to try out on your low-end system. If you're looking for a super fun racing game to play on your low-end system, definitely worth checking out our next game, and that is the Asphalt 9 Legends. It's a super fun free-to-play arcade racing game which is available on Steam, and also you can play this game on your mobile as well. I'm a big fan of this Asphalt game, especially on mobile. It's just crazy speed, super fun arcade racing experience, but I haven't really tried this game out on PC, but I think it's fit nicely on a low-end system. And currently the game is having over 4,000 plus reviews on Steam, and most of them are sitting at very positive. And also you don't have to worry about the system requirements, you only need to have an Intel HD 4000 graphics to play this game. Alright guys, moving on at number 6 we got Neverwinter. Neverwinter is a free-to-play multiplayer role-playing action MMORPG which set up in the fantasy world of Dungeons and Dragons. Alright guys, I'm gonna say I'm not the biggest fan of this type of action MMORPG, but there are a lot of people out there who like to play these type of games. If you're someone who enjoy MMORPGs, you're definitely gonna like this game, but personally I haven't tried out the game on Steam. And right now the game having more than 35,000 reviews on Steam, and most of the recent reviews of this game are sitting at mixed category, but anyway it's definitely playable on a low-end system. Alright guys, next up we got a game for those who like to play anime type of games, and that is the Eternal Return. Eternal Return is a free-to-play online multiplayer arena style survival type of a game which was initially released back in 2020. It's more of a top-down style survival game where you can select bunch of anime characters with unique set of skills and abilities, and in the arena you can play with up to 18 other players. And also you can either play as a solo or you can play as a team. Anyway, currently the game is having more than 45,000 reviews on Steam, but most of the recent reviews are sitting at mixed category, but it's a very unique survival type of game you can try out on your low-end system. Alright guys, next up at number 4 we got Dota Underlords. Dota Underlord is a free-to-play strategy-based auto battler type of a game similar to the games like Teamfight Tactics, but in a completely different universe. It's a fun game targeting more of a casual audience, and is also filled with characters from Dota universe. The game comes with bunch of game modes, and you can play the single player or you can play with online multiplayer as well. Another cool feature is that the game is also support cross-platform progression, which means you can play this game on your PC as well as on mobile. Currently the game is close to 90,000 reviews on Steam, and most of them are sitting at very positive, and the system requirements are also quite low specs friendly. Alright, moving on at number 3 position, we have one of my favorite game from the past, and that is the Planet Side 2. If you are interested in the free-to-play section on Steam for the last 10 years or so, this is a game that you should must play in some point of your gaming career. And honestly, when it comes to free-to-play games, it's a masterpiece. It was initially released back in 2012, and even in 2023, the game is holding on to very decent player numbers on Steam and still getting new update, new content to the game, which is definitely an achievement on its own. Anyway guys, if you don't know anything regarding Planet Side 2, it's a massively multiplayer online first-person shooter where you can play with up to thousands of other players on the server in a single given time, which is incredible. I used to play this game a lot back in the day, but I haven't really had the chance to try the game out in recent years. But according to Steam reviews, the game is holding up pretty well in 2023. System requirements are a little bit higher compared to the other games on this list, but it's definitely playable with a low-end system. Alright, next up at number 2, we got RuneScape. It's another free-to-play, massively multiplayer online MMORPG. As I said guys, I'm not the biggest fan of these type of games, but a lot of people actually ask me in the comment section, why don't you add this game on your games list? Apparently it's a pretty popular game on Steam. Initial release back in 2020, and I think this is the remake of the old school RuneScape, and in 2023 it's holding on to 4,500 plus daily concurrent players on Steam, which is great, and the system requirements are also pretty low specs friendly. You only need to have some integrated graphics to play this game. Alright guys, moving on at number 1 spot, we have Krunker.io or Krunker. It's an extremely popular, super fun, fast-paced first-person shooter game which is based on a browser game, but it's also available on Steam. Super fast-paced movement combined with fun gunplay and Minecraft-style graphics, and you ended up with a fun game like Krunker. It's hands down one of the best games you can play on a low-end system, and also one of the most popular browser games out there. The game also got bunch of game modes including TDM, Domination, Capture the Flag, and other game modes, and also a lot of mod support as well. It's based on a browser game, so it's not that heavy on your system at all, and also you don't need to download this game at all. Just go to the Krunker.io and just start playing. Anyway, it's a fun first-person shooter you should definitely try out in a low-end system. Well, that's pretty much wrap up the video guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video and also find some great free-to-play multiplayer games to play on your low-end system. And if this video reach 100 likes, I'll be bringing the part 3 of this video, so definitely stay tuned for that as well. Anyway guys, if you enjoy the video, as always, make sure to drop a like on it and also hit the subscribe button because we cover a lot of free-to-play games on this channel. I'll catch you guys soon in my next video. Stay safe.